Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Xenonauts 2 Early Access, Milestone 4. As today, we've got a whole bevy of baddies on the table. We've got the bombers back east, we've got the abductor in Africa, and we've got an alien base close to home, just outside Phoenix. Not to mention, of course, we do still have the matter of that cruiser, which I am hoping will pop back out at some point. That's a lot of loot I'd rather not leave on the table, though I have had some people suggest that it's actually what became the base, that the cruiser essentially landed there and then put down roots, in which case I guess it wouldn't come back out. I will freely admit I'm not entirely sure what the exact mechanics at play are here. Oh, well, never mind, I guess that answers that. Alright, Phoenix Wing mobilized. Let's go ahead and shoot this thing down. In theory, I think the cruisers were just slightly stronger than standard destroyers, so even wounded, we should be able to do this. Though we might have to go manual. Oh, wow. Okay. Apparently, cruisers are far weaker than I realized, relatively speaking. That poor guy didn't even get through our armor. In fact, that leaves Phoenix Wing in such good shape, we might risk pushing for an intercept over Australia. But we'll give it a minute. We should at least top off our armor first. And in the meantime, sun setting on our cruiser crash site, so that'll have to wait. And a few hours from dawn at our abductor site, so I guess... Yeah, see, Exo's still in really rough shape. They're not repairing anywhere near as fast as I would have liked. I would have been more careful with them if I'd realized we'd end up with a double bomber situation. I'll mull on that for a bit, but for now, let's get Exo mobilized. Not too worried about this one. I believe this one is also Psyon's, as was the cruiser we just shot down. We're just on a real Psyon surge as of late. I have populated our team with a number of our lower ranking troops just to get them a bit more time out in the field. But they are equipped with all our newest toys, so yeah, I guess this really is just another training run. Man, remember the days when we were still just fighting scout ships? Oh, those were good times. That is definitely not where we're at anymore. I do find it amusing that Psyons, possibly supplemented with tanks, are just like the baseline trainer missions for us now. It is going to make it very, very interesting if and when we return to this game for a full launch run. Though, I mean, ultimately whether or not we do that is, of course, going to be up to the raiders and rank and file viewers. Psyon Elite off on right. Let's go ahead and check sides. Left side clear, and we are tucked in corner, which is an ideal place to be. Buildings are slightly more problematic, but no other immediate threats in view. Let's clear the Psyon. Armor stripped, cover cleared. We have potential tanks out in the wild here. We'll kill as needed. Though, in this case, I think we can indeed go for cap. Target smoked. Bit of a risky toss that. I wouldn't have done it with anything heavier than a smoke bomb. Friendly with smoke, not a huge deal. Especially not when we are already taking up defensive positions. Friendly with anything else, problematic. Psyon Elite. Far enough back, I'm not too worried about it. We'll just keep establishing our perimeter. Really, the bigger concern is if an alien pops out of one of these closer doorways, that would put them within immediate firing range. We'll position to rush the buildings next round. Though, of course, that will also depend on what else pops up during the enemy turn. Okay, well, someone just died. Definite tank on the field. No, my stall tactics. That guy didn't like what I brought to the table. Alright, take him out. Oh, he's so soft. Go for cap. Target out. I mean, we were going to rush these buildings anyway. That should be relatively safe. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and start the old breach and clear. Fire in the hole. Okay, okay. Looks clear. Let's push up on that wall. And let's push on right. Looks clear. Okay, I guess we'll just push straight on through. Let's get someone up top, too. Still looking pretty clear. And hold. tank. Bit of a wobble there towards the end. Could be... No, it can't be a servitor. They only mix and match during, like, base missions, as far as I'm aware. At least as of Milestone 4. So that might be a Mentarch? Let's clear that corner. Get eyes on our Secton. Officer. And a wounded Secton. You know what? This might not be a good spot. Can we pull you back down? Oh, wow. Really? Yeah, see, that's the same weirdness we saw last time. The ledges, like, block the jetpack. We got up there just fine, but getting back down is problematic. I think the issue is probably that if you start the movement with jetpack, it won't let you drop down freely like it does if your character is just vaulting something. You know, like we've seen our characters drop off of broken ledges before, and I don't think it costs them extra AP for that, you know, last couple of vertical spaces. But with jetpack, once you start flying with the jetpack, I think every space moved, vertical or otherwise, is 4 AP. So if we use the jetpack to get over the ledge, then it, you know, I think then it calculates the rest of your movement as if you were continuing to use the jetpack all the way down. Anyway, we'll just hope Space Dog doesn't get shot. Looking pretty clear. I am dreading the moment when we inevitably walk around a corner and find ourselves face to face with a tank, though. You know it's coming. Nice. And even nicer. Oh. Secton out. Tank still crashing and bashing. There's our officer. There's our Secton. Conveniently within grenade range of each other. Lock and loading yard. Let the spam begin. Perfect. Could really stand to get some higher numbers there, though. Oh, come on. What did I just say? Oh, Krull, buddy. Come on. You gotta work with me here, man. Alright, shit. We have one more stun bomb in reserve, but neither of these guys is as low as I'd like. Space Dog? Oh, for goodness sake. Hammer time. Hey, can't touch this. It is a crying shame she does not get credit for those takedowns. Expand perimeter. Prep for incoming. We've still got our guys on right. Move up. Clear on right. Unless they're in that, like, one little blind spot. Bring up the MG. Okay, hold. Secton. Ah, jerk. There is a tank out there somewhere just going ham on property damage. Secton out, pushing on left. First row containers clear. There's our corner. Crawl, push up. Okay. Yeah, I think we're pretty clear over here. So tanks are either in center or in the alien ship. We do still have this double wide in center. That's got to be our next priority. Breach. Oh, well. Found it. I found it. Tanks over here, guys. Thankfully, we do know how to deal with these guys now. Let's carefully set up our bomb bamboozle. Bomb out. And back blast. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Book? Really thought you had that, Tally. Well, let's see. Yeah, okay, sure. Nice. Yeah, cut it a little too close on that one. I should have had Tally kneel before firing for the extra hit chance. Well, tank number 2 on the field. But thankfully making things very easy for us. Clear cover. Cover cleared. Target distracted. Flank and spank. Ooh, close. Top popped. Finish him off. And that's just off the dome. Let's keep it going. Psyon. Lock her down. Flank. One more for the tally. Warehouse looks thankfully clear, aside from that strip of blind spot on front. Can't imagine they'd be hanging out there, though. Unless it's a tank, poised to Kool-Aid Man through. We do theoretically still have a third one out here somewhere. But we'll take our chances. Back left clear. There's our ship. Let's get a gander through that window. Residential, clear. Let's start congregating. I have to imagine the door on the ship is trashed, but we'll get someone close enough to give it a peek. Hold. No grindy tank sounds. Our third one may have blown up during the crash. Entry doors all open. That does imply they're smashed. We'll hold here. Just start bringing everyone in. But not straight on. We don't want to give them easy targets. Abductor's a 3-story, so we probably got at least a few crewmen kicking around inside. Yeah, that should be fine. Tank. And definite Mentark. Okay. So we've got a tank and a Mentark on board, both teleporting around. Check door. Oh yeah, Super Smash, brother. Alright, fair enough. We'll get set up on corners, push in next round. Just need to be ready for nasty surprises. We know they've still got some serious firepower on tap. No immediate view on our ground floor teleporters either, but we've got long room on right, so it must be on left. Yeah, I think we've seen this setup before. Yeah, I hear you. I'll be right there. Door on right. Yes. Oh, no. Alright, fair enough. Okay, so there's our telepad. Let's lock down on these two doors. Use these walls to our advantage. It is actually kind of funny because, like, looking at it now here, you can literally see the path that one of those tanks took to get out of the ship, explaining all the damage we saw on the way in. The other tank, I'm assuming, just started inside the warehouse because we didn't see any obvious entry point for it. But the one we destroyed right on the map's edge must be the one that just punched its way straight out of the abductor. Hold. Psyon. Mentark. Nice. Take him out. Yeah. Would have been nice to go for Cat, but not with a tank in the wings. Not to mention this gal. Though we might be able to get away with the cap on this one if we play musical teleporters. Oh, nice. That's what we want to see. And target out. Sorry, not trying to pad things out. It just felt like a safe bet. As we've seen, the cyber discs aren't super mobile. And given that it was not in view, I can't imagine it would have enough wherewithal to beeline to the pads and teleport down and still have enough AP in the tank to actually shoot us. But, you know, just in case. So wait, is the tank in their cockpit? Psyon, Psyoff. Oh, and there is our tank. Hi there. Hey there, hello. Once again, two foes conveniently parked within blast radius of each other. Nice. Fair bit of health damage on that, though. Sadly, it does leave the armor completely intact. Psyon out. Let us burn that disc. Oh, shoot. No, that's not a good place for it. Damn it. Alright, that's... Sorry, Kabuki. I'm sure you'll be fine. Oof. Yeah. Well, she lived, so, you know. No KO. Welcome to the Raiders, question mark? Though I've got to imagine she's already got like 6 Crimson Hearts by now. Let's get her covered. We still have a shield handy. Need to clear the surgical bay too. Bay clear. Check left. Oof. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Well, I'm not sure anyone else can get all the way out there. You know what? Tally's a big girl. She can take it. Ow. And, you know, maybe just hang tight for medical evac. I mean, I guess technically I could have punched out the wall and we could have gone for cap or kill, but angle was awkward and we didn't have a lot of guys left to work with. I will say, though, that did get a whole lot closer to killing her than I thought it would. In retrospect, I now remember she also tanked that tank shot earlier, which did whittle down her armor, otherwise she would have shrugged off the plasma pistol, no problem. Breach. Oh, wow, really? Okay, well that is a bit of a letdown, but sure, why not? I guess the officer must have either died in the crash or it was that one we snagged on the way in. Now we got one right here. It's got to be the guy who died in Bay. All right, well, let's put this guy to bed. You know, tally aside, not too bad. Well, I guess, I think Kabuki also got tagged. Yeah. So, you know, as always, could stand to tighten up, but at the same time, everyone came out in one piece, so can't really complain. As always, part of it is also just, you know, trying to keep things moving along because of the nature of the inherent time pressures when it comes to making these videos. Were I simply playing in my leisure time, there are a lot of situations where I would take things slower or cheese things more mercilessly. But that's just not fun to watch, so, you know. My brain pushes me, spurs me on ever forward to take greater and greater chances for the sake of those lucky breaks or tragic fails. Okay, so no Crimson Heart for Kabuki, but she did pull a Distinguished Service Medal. And again, I have to assume she already has like 12 Crimson Hearts. Tally, too. Halfway decent gains, though definitely seeing some middling returns on some folks with our recent shift towards priority capture. And man, look at that. That is actually a fair bit more loot than I was anticipating. We might break $500,000 with that. Ah, yes. Okay, right. Yes. I remember what we were going to do. All right. You know what? We definitely have to take out UFO 50, but we're already back in base, so give me a sec. I'll reset Exo, get this stuff banked, and we'll head out back. Hey, we're back. Exo reset, loot sold off, and $700,000 in the bank, which we'll sit on for the moment. But let's see if we can deal with this disaster. Oh, I see you. Immediately veering off and trying to lose us. Not gonna happen, my friend. there's the other one. How are we looking at Exo? No, not ready. But at least we got one. Auto? Oh, yes. Yes, we will take it. Come on back. And yeah, I think we'll just have to let the other one run rampant for a while longer. Yeah. I don't feel good going after it without Phantom 6 being at least 50%. Interceptors are far more dangerous than fighters. I mean, it's not over Asia at the moment. Numbers aren't too terrible. We'll monitor, stay focused on the cruiser and alien base in the interim. 3 days left on the Stalker armor. 1 day left on Mind Shield, and 12 hours on laser battery. No, we have the laser upgrade. Right? Why? Oh, right, because that's the, right, of course, that's the anti-air missile battery upgrade, not the laser handheld weapon upgrade. Slightly confusing name there, but yes, that does make sense. My bad. Though, with that in mind, I will say, you've probably noticed I've really kind of backed off on trying to crank up our air defenses on our bases. And that is because it turns out, while 3 batteries can shoot down pretty much any ship that attacks our base, if it does it, it essentially deletes the ship. It doesn't create a crash site, so it's just more lucrative for us to try to instead always arrange for either a manual shoot down or to just let them attack the base, because while like a straight up base attack will give us less loot than a crash site, we'd still get something out of it, whereas if we just let our base defenses shoot it down, we don't. And that definitely feels like an oversight on the part of the devs, because it feels like you're actively being punished for defending your base the right way. It's very much your classic CRPG lockpick conundrum, you know? Anyway, we'll hit the pause button for now. I will do the usual bookkeeping, and we'll pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie V23, Revenant, Alois, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the Patreon, the PayPal, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.